amount of more bread,
Yeah.
you should start to up the payment of people
Absolutely.
that you're paying.
Especially when somebody says, here's the super discount.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because Cam give me the homie hookup.
Right.
For sure. You know, I still get the homie hookup.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Exactly. I'm going to say,
Right?
you're probably still paying under the price that Cam would charge somebody
Right.
outside.
Yeah,
of
stranger. There's my professor actually showed me that way you break down prices like that. You've got the friend price,
Yeah.
you've got the stranger price, and then you've got the asshole price.
Oh, the asshole
that.
price.
That's the way the tiers go.
I never seen the asshole price.
That's
great.
I think about that. Can you hear it? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I know I'm probably gonna stop using mics because we were using. Headphones.
Stop using them.
Yeah, we were using headphones and animation all the time. I'm probably not gonna use it anymore.
One.
I don't know. I don't care. Only reason why I was doing it because I didn't know. I know I have an issue sometimes with the microphone, like not being close enough sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think we've gotten to a rhythm now, and these mics are a lot better than the old ones we had.
yeah.
It depends on. I honestly don't wear them if nobody else does. I'm the only one with headphones on.
That's fair.
If everybody's wearing them,
I have to wear them.
right. And then usually
yeah.
I trust the engineer. If Cam's like, I got this, then we're good.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
These mics, I want to buy the USB version of them, but they're still like $300, some shit like that.
But I mean, it's quality. I mean, if you
It's
want,
worth
that's
it.
the thing
Get what you
is that
pay
you can tell the quality, especially if it's audio only. You can tell the quality between the mics.
Even on the Yeti mic.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is great.
And like, I can't listen to a podcast if you've done it off your laptop microphone. Like
I have like a Samsung mic that's pretty good.
Okay.
And it's been I know we hook it up to my phone, but then my phone started popping when my old phone, so I had to get the 13.
Yeah,
It's just like,
the upgrade, baby. Yeah.
the camera's fire.
Welcome to the upgrade life,
which
baby.
Camera, Keenan? You got like 3. I still got like 1 out here.
Yeah. You know, when you do this right here and get close to like some flowers.
Oh yeah, the macro I heard is pretty dope.
It's game changing.
This camera's dumb. It's stupid. Hey man, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to C Minus Shiley. I'm your host Shaz Rogers, and I'm with my man Keenan Baker in this beer. Yo, and we got Cam. Yeah,
The Cam is in full effect. Y'all can thank animation for that.
Animation podcast forced
This is your camera.
Cam into the Cam. Hilarious.
I was looking at the camera. That's at Cam.
So now Cam is finally. We've had Cam on a mic for years, and now Cam is finally on the camera.
Yeah.
Cam about to blow up, bro. Cam is now visible on some of the most popular podcasts.
I think Cam's
gonna start modeling and shit, bro.
He didn't want the fame, but the fame is gonna come.
It's coming, bro.
Yeah.
It's become like it's because I'm around you guys all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like Brennan.
And Cam's a good-looking dude. Cam got the
appreciate that.
locks going. Cam got the eyes
The
going.
goatee.
And the goatee.
I appreciate
Come
that.
on.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna swoop Cam. He's gonna be some 70-year-old woman living on a villa somewhere.
You said 7 or 70?
70.
Okay.
70-year-old woman
I
taking.
have had a few older women
There you go, bro.
make moves on me.
There you
Really?
go.
Not-
Of course.
they've definitely said stuff.
What's up, Brennan? King.
Why you shaking your head
King
like
of the
that?
assholes in here. Wait. Come here, Brennan.
Brennan keeps people humble. That's what Brennan does. You come in here
He does.
paying too many compliments, Brennan goes, all right, shut that shit
I
down.
just need y'all to look. Cam already knows what he is. All right,
This is true.
he's on every damn podcast
on every
in the
podcast.
studio. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to talk about all the attractiveness and all that thing. He got a girl. All right, we don't
This
need.
is
to
Why
true.
you doing that, Brennan?
What?
For those that don't
He
know,
got a girl.
for those that know, this
He
is,
does.
He
But
does. What's wrong with it?
but he's
What's wrong
gonna
with saying
have
the truth?
a lot more now. Because
rappers always have girls. Like our favorite rappers, the Kendricks and J. Cole's had girls, but you don't sit there and say, "Hey,
Keenan has a girl too.
I do have a girlfriend."
How you doing that?
Committed
I got,
relationship.
I got a girl too.
Brennan, what the fuck you do? You're not even on this podcast, dog. Like,
I called him in.
oh, you did?
But I just called him because
Oh.
people need to. First off, people need. Here's the good side. People need to know Brennan. Brennan
The
run
good-
the good side.
You
dog.
can't give him compliments, bro.
Brennan deserves compliments because Brennan's a young black man out here doing this damn thing.
Yes, absolutely.
So always help build something from nothing. Right?
Yes.
They saw some things and they quit their jobs, you and Tony,
did.
to build some shit.
Absolutely.
I always respect that. That's number one. Also, they need to know the biggest asshole in the world is also Brennan. He is the king.
I would argue I'm not the biggest asshole.
He's
I'm the
not the
biggest antagonist.
biggest. Antagonist, yes.
I am
Yes.
everyone's antagonist.
He is trying to
That's
be.
kind of
different.
that's
There's
not an
a difference.
asshole.
There's a difference.
No,
I think
'cause you
there's
try-
overlapping. There's overlap.
Trying
Yeah.
to be an antagonist is an asshole move.
I don't try though.
Whoa!
It's just a natural
I'm sorry. I'm
thing.
just questioning. Am I an antagonist or not?
Yeah.
You definitely are.
So then, what is there try? There's no try.
You don't think Lex Luthor is an asshole?
He's not trying to be an antagonist. He is an antagonist.
Yeah.
But he's an
just-
asshole also.
Exactly.
He is. He is an asshole.
Point taken.
But I'm saying,
You
look,
fall under
I'm
the
not
both
saying-
categories.
I'm saying that it's a Venn diagram where there is overlap between asshole and like, but things I never strive to be
Venn
an
diagram. I
asshole.
ain't heard that
You're-
since fucking middle
Like
school.
well, here's the thing. The Venn diagram they overlap. You're
Flashback.
just
Yeah.
one. You're one
I don't
circle.
think that, I think the thing is though, like I also
You're a
do-
parallel circle of
I
asshole
do things-
antagonists.
I do things that are asshole things.
Yeah,
But I also do things that are very supportive and loving.
you do.
You
Yes,
do,
and that's-
absolutely.
So
And then
I'm
the
not
center
an
of the Venn
asshole as a
diagram is
whole.
the
I'm not.
asshole,
I do
like the
asshole
two
things. Just
circles.
because you have
Exactly.
actions
Right.
Exactly, Cam.
that are asshole actions does not make you an asshole.
But a mother will always love their asshole kid no matter what. It doesn't matter to somebody. You won't be an asshole all the time, but it
But
doesn't
that's
make
not
you
what I'm
less of
referring
an
to, though.
asshole.
Like, my point being is that I admit to and own being an antagonist.
Right.
I do not own being an asshole because an asshole is somebody that
You don't
goes
have
out-
to own it. You
I'm not
are
owning
one.
it.
You don't
I'm
have
not
to own
owning
it. It's just like you are one.
Okay, so I have a question. Then.
Yeah.
Are you an asshole?
Sometimes.
Is Keenan an asshole?
Hardly ever. Hardly ever is Keenan an asshole.
Yeah, I don't think Keenan.
Keenan's got like a 3%. Keenan's only an asshole when he's hungry.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Hungry
Jack,
Keenan has
that's your-
scared. Hungry Keenan has scared me before.
Chaz has that's how you know Chaz has known me for a very long time. Chaz has seen me fucking about to explode.
I was like, oh, we gotta get this cat some food, bro. Because Keenan was like, hey, I ain't about all that shit. All right, if I don't
Keenan,
fucking eat.
I am right there with you. I get. Really
I've seen
pissed
Keenan
off
become
when
a
I am
different
hungry.
person. All the happy, hey guys, animation, all that shit goes out the window when he's hungry,
Well,
bro.
I'm saying he be an asshole on animation sometimes too.
I have to
That's
be
different, though.
But here's the thing. For
That's
me,
like we're at competitive times there.
exactly.
He's the host, and you guys all come at him. He's got to say something.
Yeah, I feel like I do a fairly good job on not doing because I feel like when we first started animation, I was going ham on everybody.
it was you and I.
Me,
Okay, well,
yeah, Britt and I
yeah,
went
it
at
was
it hard.
And
Brendan
then Ice came in and he
then
ruined
I-
the whole.
Yeah, and then Keenan was like, "Wow, I did not that bad."
Well, yeah, it was that, but then also too, it's just like you can't. The dynamic of having two people gang up on Brennan, I was just like, that's just corny to me.
Yeah.
So it was just like one of those things. I was like, all right, let me take a step back and one try to moderate more, and then also too, if I have a real feeling about what Brennan or Ice or Rob is saying, I'm gonna be honest about it.
Yeah.
But if I see them two going hard at each other, I kind of just let them have their fun with it. I'm just like, all right.
I had to kick Brendan out, but also I wanted to shout out that Brendan has a great YouTube channel that I've actually Droner, super dope. By the
Oh,
way,
yeah,
it's
good
super
time.
dope.
Yeah.
So DRONR.
and
right?
Brennan knows it's
yeah, but if you want to find you, type in DRO and ER for something.
Oh, okay. To find Droner.
Okay.
Yeah.
And shout out to Brennan. Yeah, Brennan. I paid Brennan plenty of compliments. He's known this. I paid him compliments on the podcast before. He knows.
Yeah, I
He
just
knows.
said, look, I came in here literally just to say, let's just calm down on the camera. Because I'm going to be hearing about it for a while. That's all
Yeah,
I'm
and then it
saying.
went into a 10-minute conversation of.
I'm just like,
Bro,
no,
this
like,
is
I
the
appreciate
last
that for me,
year.
but I'm
This
here
is the
just to
last year
say-
you can afford Cam, bro. This is it. The
Oh
Cam
my
is
God.
Cam is out of here.
The luxury to get a 4K.
This is it. We got to fucking sell the spot and everything to get Cam on. That was Brendan, guys. A happy intrusion. Welcome back to C- Society, guys. I know we've had a long break. I took a longer break than anticipated. One, because of all the loss that we had. We lost our brother, Sarain Baker. Lost my brother, Nick Carthen. Say Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Lost my brother, Nick Carthen. And we lost a homie, Fuquan Johnson, all in like
The
a
same
couple
month
months.
almost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
within a month at least.
yeah, I know we lost Nick maybe a week after
Sarain, yeah.
Sarain passed.
Yeah.
And then Fool maybe a month after that.
Yeah.
So, we had a lot of healing and heartbreaks and all that good stuff. And I wasn't ready to have fun talks. And then I think the rest of it just became scheduling. I worked on the middle of a show and then getting people's schedules together in the meantime. So I didn't mean to. People kept asking me, like, is it coming back? I was like, yeah, it's coming. I'm just
Yeah.
need a minute to feel whole again,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
feel happy, all that good stuff.
Get off my back.
Get off my. And so then that's why I really wanted Keenan to be
That's
my
good
first
you had
guest
people
back.
asking, though.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the best thing. So
Yeah.
whether it's here on YouTube, on IG, I appreciate all of it, man, and that people do keep watching consistently. That's been great, and the fact that people are like really, Cam, like people are really like, yo, this is dope, and not just like you might get like the one weirdo who just keeps coming back, and you're like, hey man, I get it. You seen every episode?
Why is there always one weirdo, bro?
There's always one, but it's also cool because I go
Yeah.
like I appreciate that this means something to you. You know what I mean? So like that's the good and
We appreciate you, weirdo.
appreciate the weirdos, man. And it's just funny, man. And then like you kind of I don't say you become friends with people, but you build a relationship, which is cool.
Yeah,
Which is cool. So I appreciate all that. And then me and Cam started this I think almost 2 years ago. Pandemic happened, and then we went into more of a guest mode.
Yeah.
And you guys never seen Cam before on here unless you're on the other one. So killer Cam, look at that cat, man. Anyways, as Keenan knows me very well. I've known Keenan since I don't know fucking 15 years or so. I don't know. How long's it been?
I mean, pretty much. I feel like within the first few weeks when I started stand up, so that'll be it'll hit 12 December.
Yeah, it feels longer. I feel like I've known Keenan forever. Ronnie Ray introduced us.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ronnie Ray on the Tuesday.
We saw him in Cincinnati.
Oh, dope. How's he doing?
He's doing well. It was him and Jeremy Scipio. They had some shows
Sip.
a half hour away. Yeah.
Great, man. I love it. I've been out the loop, guys. I don't know what's happening in the world. I don't know what's happening in the world. So Keenan, you know my background. You know about the homelessness. You know about the jail. You know about all that good stuff. I don't have to give you the rundown.
I know about the ravioli rampage.
So for those who don't know, I don't think I ever told that story. I was living in a van. And I just had enough. I just had enough. And I was living in the van. And I had like probably my 100th can of fucking ravioli. And
cold or warmed up?
It's cold. It's cold in the can.
No, I couldn't.
It was cold in the
would
can.
starve. I would starve at that point.
And then I opened it. And once that sauce hit my nose, I just had a fit, and I threw the can all around. I'm so on the outside, just saw that van shaking back and forth, and the ravioli sauce splattered on the windows and shit. Probably looked like a crime scene. And I was so upset. And I mean, I just cried over this ravioli. And then I just remember it had the sun cleaning it up. It's all right,
That's the
man.
funny part, is having to clean up and
After
still
you make your own mess, it sucks. It's not fun.
so funny.
So yeah, that was I can't eat SpaghettiOs. I can't do none of that shit to this day.
You can't eat any pasta at all?
Not out of that can. I can eat if it's like some like gourmet shit.
What if
Okay.
you don't see them take it out of the can and all that? Like
The
someone just
smell,
prepares
bro.
it. Nah, I
Like
see.
I'll never forget that
So
scent.
I love ravioli. Like warmed up ravioli. I never ate cold ravioli like that.
Oh no.
Cold pasta like that? No.
No.
Yeah, that's
From
disgusting.
a can? No.
No.
It was that. I used to eat crunched up ramen noodles, just the dry, hard,
Oh.
just in a
What?
can. It was
Chiz,
just in
I
a.
feel bad for you.
I was poor, bro. Like it was when I talk about poor. That's why like I don't feel bad for people when they're like, "Oh, I'm having a hard time." I'm like, get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
Like I've been there. Like I
Yeah.
get it, but I'm like, you'll be fine. So, you know what I'm saying? Like
It's easier said than done, but yeah.
it's easier said than done. But once you're and at the time, and this I think is a big thing. At the time, the ravioli was like when people ask like, "Oh, what's your lowest point being in jail?" I'm like, "Fuck no!" It was eating ravioli in the can or working at a job I hated. You know what I mean? Being in a van didn't feel bad because I was still out doing stand up and I was still out doing these things that made me feel good.
Yeah.
You know, so like getting a chance to feed your soul is different.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So you always got to keep those things like you know, right?
Powerful words. Feeding your soul.
You gotta feed your
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah.
You gotta do some shit that makes your soul smile. I always say that shit. So, so anyways, you know all that good stuff. So the whole point of See My Society is for people to kind of learn to get out their own way.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And the best way I thought it was like taking people on a journey from me being homeless to see me like, hey, you're on TV shows and now we're producing and now I just got my first EP credit. So now I want people to start seeing like, hey, if I'm just a scrub from Michigan, right? Like I had no education.
Yeah.
I barely graduated high school. You know what I mean? I'm like, I have nothing that I can say, hey man, I have this credential that I can do. It's just all hard work, effort, blah, 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 that good stuff, you know? And so I wanted to bring other people on here who can also share those stories of like just hard work, ingenuity, tenacity, all those good things that make up a great hero story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And which you have one as well. Your background is crazy. Like me and Keenan, here's where we differ so far apart is that my childhood was amazing. I had an amazing childhood. I came from a 2-parent home. We lived in like the lower end of the suburbs, right? And then we later went to a high school. It was predominantly white, but a lot more money. You know what I mean? It was astute. I probably used that word wrong. Astute. So my childhood was good. My life didn't get harder until I moved on my own at 20 into Los Angeles. You had the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we didn't grow up like in the hood or anything like that, but because my dad was in the military, so we were still kind of like, I guess you would say exactly middle class, maybe a little bit lower middle class, but
Right,
like,
right.
you know, but at an early age, we just saw like we saw drug abuse and physical abuse at a very early age, and you just want me to go into that or?
Not necessarily. You don't have to go into that because I want you to be able to sell your book as a bestseller one day.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't want you just to give it to the people.
Yeah.
But you need to write that book one day.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know. So usually I'll ask you a few questions.
Okay.
You know. So and more about like work ethic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which your work ethic is pretty legit, man.
Now, woo.
Yeah, we all feel like that.
Yeah.
And then I think for people, man, like It's a process of learning yourself, learning how you work. Because I don't think I've never tried to change. Let's say you do this. You ever try to make your weaknesses your strengths? Like, I'm bad at this. I'm gonna go strengthen that.
Yeah, I tried to. I watched like whether sometimes it goes back to anime when you're like I'm weak here, I gotta get strong here, and then you start reading self-help books and it says in some cases you try to do that, but sometimes you might even find a partner that can help you with those weaknesses. I
read one book. It was like, yo, fuck all that. Just do what you do well, but do it more and all the time. And that's when it changed everything for me.
That's a smart thing too.
Because it was like, you're going against the grain trying to build this stuff. And I was like, yeah, hey, good point, man. I don't do this shit well. I'm not going to even fucking try it.
Hire somebody.
Yep. Find somebody to do that shit for you or something like that. But that's how we're like, really, started going in a different direction. I was like, hey, man, I don't do this shit well. And I'm not going to keep fucking trying. So I'm just going to keep working my ass off. All right. So, first question. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 and 20 years from now?
5 years. I see myself finally headlining weekends whenever I want. Whenever I just want to go out there and do weekends, headlining and doing well financially in that space.
You selling out?
Nah, we were talking about that yesterday. Tony B was like, "So how much if somebody came to you wanted you to sell MAGA hats?" On the animation podcast, if they paid you $20,000 an episode, how much? And I was just like, my integrity, man, that's a lot of fucking money. $20,000 an episode, bro.
That's crazy.
But I was just like, nah. So
you probably lose your fan base, but
well, yeah, because my thing is like selling out for me is like I just can't do it because at the end of the day I just like.
That's fine. I didn't mean selling out as in selling your soul, selling out. I meant like selling out shows and all that good
stuff.
Oh,
okay, my bad.
But
what's funny is I got what you were talking about.
Yeah, because the industry
and I'm like, I'm just gonna let him go.
It was too good to know. I was like, oh, that's great. But Keenan has a price. We all found out $20,000. Keenan's.
I didn't say I was gonna do that. What are you talking about?
Hold on. No. 20,000 is the beginning of the. Let me go talk to my family.
No. We have a white person on the podcast. Yeah. So. If that person wanted to do that, I wouldn't be on that episode. We're gonna split that revenue.
You blaming Rob?
Not just joking. These are jokes, people. But
you gotta explain that too. On See My Society, probably not as much, but on Daddy Issues,
right.
I gotta explain that these are jokes.
These are jokes. All right.
You got more fans.
Yeah, people actually like.
There's more people watching.
Yeah. I'm not selling out for no BS like that. But selling out shows, man, it's like just like going on the road with Tony and opening up for Tony and seeing that he has his real fan base.
Yeah,
is the most beautiful thing ever.
Yeah,
it's like
they ride for him.
It's for him and
drive hours to come out and see him.
People are driving from other states 4, 6, 8, 10 hours to see him.
Right,
and it's like when you see that, you see that how he's built that too. Yeah. You're like, all right, cool. This is it's it could be done. It's 5 years there.
Correct. Selling out shows around the country.
Yeah, so 5, 10, 20, it's like selling out shows around the country. Eventually, TV shows, creating TV shows, having property. I already have some investments now. We talk investments on a low a lot about whether it's crypto, whether it's other investments. Having property, having a family. I feel like it's not just about money. I feel like having a family is very.
Are you still pulling out?
Yeah.
It's very anti-family of you.
Well, I mean, it's also not just my choice. So I have a partner that I'm with that's just not like, hey, jumping for joy to just do this right now.
Leave it in there this time, kid.
Yeah, so, family, marriage, and stuff like that. And, that's in the next 5, 10, 20 years. That's where I kind of see myself.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, 20 years, I get the family. Is your family within 10?
It's within that 5 to 10.
5
absolutely.
to 10.
Yes, absolutely.
At 20... You're going to be, you got a birthday coming up?
Yeah, be 36.
Yeah, so you'll be 56.
So at 20, I feel like the reason why I want to accumulate a lot of money is to help people.
Mm-hmm.
So when that, I want to be able to do that beforehand, but when it hits 20 years, I want to be in a space where I'm making so much money that I can help build communities.
Right.
I know that it might sound far-fetched to some people.
It's not. But we have the same goal.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Specifically, when I even like watch Issa Rae, she's like, I'm doing this for black people. It's specifically to help out our community because a lot of times people are like, I want to help everybody else out. And it's like, we always suffer. We always get the short end of that stick. So I'm going to focus on doing that for us.
Right.
And if other people want to focus on doing it for everybody else, cool.
That's great.
That don't mean I hate everybody else. And I mean, I want to help them out. I'm going to still do stuff here and there. I'm going to still, if I can give opportunities, other communities, absolutely. But number one will be us.
The black community never got, and I'm gonna say more than reparations. Like I remember when Pearl Harbor happened, they bombed Japan.
Yeah,
they sent Japan money to rebuild. People who came over from different countries get money to build here.
You got Chinatown, you got Koreatown.
Japanese people in internment camps when World War II happened got money from being displaced and all this good stuff. I was like, we were the only ones who never got anything, and it probably will take us because it's not happening. We know it's not happening.
Yeah, and I think that's how I always looked at it. It was like I can't go with this excuse like, man, we gotta help. Our pressures of one day gotta help us out, and it's just like that doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
I can't even comprehend that.
No.
So it's just like, even with all the millionaires that we have now that are, whether they're in entertainment or NBA, I don't understand why they're not just more, even if they're small, independent black schools that help educate us,
right.
Why are they not doing that? It's honestly pretty easy to build a school.
And I always thought like, yo, aren't these guys starting their own shoe company by now? But I get it. I get it to one point where I go, that's why people hate LeVar Ball, but my man was a genius. It just, Lonzo wasn't good enough to make it happen in the beginning.
Yeah, people did it with a LaMelo.
Yeah.
But I mean, and they might. Here's the thing with even the Ball family. I think the boys might eventually come back to that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're doing what they're doing now. It's like, all right, let's build this brand, let's get popular, let's do this. But they might come back to Baller brand, and if they come back to Baller brand when they're at the height of their career, that's even better, to be honest.
Right. But when I look at that, I go like, hey man, you guys push style, fashion in the NBA, right? Especially for culture around the world. NBA's worldwide, so I was like, it only makes sense that you would start your own company. And I get being broke, taking that money.
Oh,
I get it.
Yeah.
I get being 18, taking care of your family, or like wanting a chance to take care of your family, not having any money. So I get. I mean, LeBron had that $99 million contract when he was 18.
Yeah, it's
great. That's a great business move, LeBron.
It's scary.
I
It's scary
get
to
it.
bet on yourself when you're coming from nothing to something,
Right.
and then I mean, I feel like people didn't start or like taking that concept until like Master P said it on what's the name
Breakfast Club.
No. I can't think of Solange's album. Solange's I forgot, it wasn't her last album, but it was a few albums ago. He was on there. One of the best albums I heard in years. He was kind of like in the interludes, and he was talking about that. Like, if you're gonna pay me this much money, how much am I really worth?
Right.
Type thing. And I was just like, damn, I didn't think about that either. It's like they're paying you $5 million, you have to be worth at least double to triple that at least.
Right.
So.
And I I was working at UPS, and those days. And I was like, I was loading. I was supervisor. I was in charge of them loading the trucks up. And I remember it was like a few first day air packages were like really expensive, right? So I think they had like 10. I was like, yo, these 10 first day air packages covers my entire month's salary, bro, in this one truck. I said in this one truck. I'm not 0.00000 whatever % of value to this company.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd rather own 100% of my nothing,
Yeah.
right, than a 0.00000. It was like, when you start looking at how much somebody's paying you, it's insulting as shit.
Oh,
it really is.
I mean, I don't know if you're gonna get to those questions, but I worked at Home Depot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Home Depot. Why you say it all low?
Well, no, 'cause I
Home
didn't know if you were going to ask
Depot.
those questions. I didn't want to go into detail
No, go
about
ahead.
that experience. I mean, because, that's when Chaz and I kind of met. Is when we were working at Home Depot. He's working at UPS. And
Miserable.
We were both miserable. Chad was out here falling asleep on his fucking scooter.
On my scooter, bro.
Just
Sure
literally
did.
falling asleep, passing out, skidding down the street like this. He's like, I'm falling asleep on a scooter again. I'm like, what do you mean again,
I'm
dog?
tired. I am tired. When I tell people, man, you work 2 jobs. I was doing an internship, doing stand-up at night to 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you had to get back up for 4 a.m. at work?
Yeah.
Tired, bro. Tired.
Yeah, working at Home Depot, I started to realize when a few people had died they didn't die at the job, but they died and they were workers of the job, and the job was kind of just like, all right, man, so-and-so passed away, man. We're going to need y'all to cover his shifts. We need y'all to do that. And they didn't even put money down for their funeral, because what they normally do is when somebody happens, especially when it's like upper management, if they have like a child that passes away or somebody in their family, all of a sudden everybody's like, let's rally together for Mr. So-and-so's son, and let's put all this money for them. But it's like when an actual coworker that actually needs the money more, they were just like, all right, man, this is sad. We're going to buy everybody pizza.
Right.
Like, what the fuck you mean pizza, bro? Like, I knew this person.
Right.
They have children. So that's when I was like, all right, this life isn't necessarily worth it.
Right.
You're paying me $12 an hour. And
there's something better out there, guys.
Yes.
Quit your jobs.
Yeah.
Everybody, quit right now. If you're watching this, walk the fuck out. Slap your manager. Go up to him. Play this first. Chaz says, fuck you, bro. All right, I'm out this bitch. You sackless piece of shit. You can cuss on here if you want. You sackless piece of shit, and then you slap the shit out of them. And then, I don't know, look for a job.
I mean, this is what they told me
And
to
there's
do.
plenty of jobs out right now. You see
Yeah.
everywhere, there's signs
yeah.
all the time about people are hiring.
Yeah.
But quit your job. Go.
They're not paying more though.
They're not
They
paying
just want
anymore,
more.
no.
Well,
but
minimum
you can
wage
quit.
is $15 an hour now, right?
Some
Is
of
it?
them are.
Some of
more
them are,
paying,
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what they told
Even
me to do.
15 though in California is not enough to pay rent.
It's not at all.
No.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
like
enough to live in your car
Yeah.
and eat ravioli for a while.
Chaz and the whole crew, Tony, DC,
Well, I didn't tell you to quit your job.
all of them told me to quit my job.
No, I was pro. Do what's best for you. I'm not an idiot like these guys.
They were on my ass, and I quit. And luckily, that leap worked.
But I'm glad you quit because anything that takes away your happiness, you gotta get out of.
Yeah, nosebleeds too.
Yeah, and Keenan was already a sickly child.
As you see, I wipe my nose.
All right. Do you feel like you've given your very best effort yet in your career?
No.
And, okay. And what's the leap
Easy answer.
to get there, and what's stopping you from taking that leap? That's a real question.
So,
right there. That's a real question.
One,
homie.
no, I haven't.
Now you got to face yourself in the mirror right now. I should have a mirror here so people should talk to themselves and have to look at yourself. Go ahead.
So yeah, I know I haven't. I've definitely stepped it up. I've definitely stepped up my effort for sure. But I can't even. I guess even going to therapy was like stuff from my past, being afraid to fail. Like being afraid to fail is a real thing, and that's starting to dwindle a lot more to where I'm just like, yo, it is what it is. Failing builds character. Like failing just gives you experience. That's really all it does. But that was why I wasn't giving my 100% effort, and I probably was giving like half for a long time, and I feel like I'm probably around 75, 80 right now. What was the other part of the question?
If you haven't reached your best, what's the leap to get you? What are the things you need to do to get you at your very best?
This discipline. Like discipline that's where I struggled at. Like I remember I think it was my boy Ricky or my brother. They bought me a shirt, and when I was walking in college, I might have told the story before, but I was walking across the stage in college. I wasn't graduating. I had the credits to walk though, so you can walk without getting your diploma. And they bought me a shirt that says, "I never finished anything," but the G at the end of anything wasn't there.
Yeah.
It wasn't fully finished.
Love it.
And hilarious shirt at the time. And I remember like, so that was kind of like, I would be like, this is who I am, and just say, I'm a procrastinator, I don't finish stuff.
Yep,
And
yep.
then I got with a beautiful young lady that doesn't play that shit.
Uh-huh.
Like she has time management, she has discipline, and she's just like, first thing she said, she's like, throw that shirt away, bro. I was like, oh, it's funny. She was like, I understand it's funny, but it's a bad message in reality. And I was just like, damn. So she was just like, I'm going to try to help you, because discipline, I feel like that's my fault. Once I'm fully disciplined, it's over. It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
And so I would say discipline and then time management, which I guess falls under discipline. My time management is a lot better, but it's good. It's not great.
What stops you from being disciplined in your time management?
That I can't fully pinpoint. I can't. I think it's just I'm a creature of habit. Maybe it was the way I was raised. My time management was always bad. I remember my brother telling me, he said he had to break a lot of bad habits because he has 2 masters and a PhD. And he was like, for him to get to the point that he was at, he was like, yo, we learned a lot of bad habits growing up.
Right.
He's like, I had to learn from other people, and I had to break these habits on how I had to learn how to study. I didn't know how to study before.
Right.
He's like, I was just a smart dude, and I would just wake up, take a test, get a 90, and I was straight. He was like, when you going for these other upper degrees, that ain't happening, bro.
You can't just hit in the gym and come and
so
ball
he said
out.
he had to rediscipline himself. Now, my brother's not necessarily a big-time self-help book reader. He's one of these people that just like, all right, I got to tap into my inner G type thing and get it done.
Right.
So, me, I'm a self-help book, and both. I'm half and half.
Right.
So,
No, it sounds like he just has, like, there's some people who just have an incredible amount of willpower.
yes.
Like, I see that with Tony. Tony has some incredible amount of willpower.
Man.
I don't have
man.
that willpower.
Right.
I have to, and secret to this is that from what I've read from all these self-help books and different, that's why I like reading books by brain scientists, which I'll put some up in here in a little bit. But I love reading books about how our brain works. So seriously, like, I guess, because, they say, like, you can build a new habit in 20 days or something like that. And it says more like 60 to 90 is, like, the real number.
Yeah.
Also, you don't break old habits. You build new ones, right? So it's all about doing. So I know for me, whether it's losing weight, whether it's writing every day. Once my routine is broken, it's so hard for me to get back on my routine.
Facts.
And so what was the biggest thing when, my daughter was born, I was getting up at 4 a.m., like 4:30, 5. I was getting up every day for probably like a solid year and a half, killing it. Was losing weight, was writing, everything was going great. She came, life ain't never been the same, right? Izzy still don't sleep all the way. So then you just have, and so, and then things change, right? And your life changes, jobs change, people around you, whether you love them or not, change. So things change. And it was always hard to like, damn, dog, it's hard to get a new rhythm when something keeps changing. So I'm trying to find out how to be able to change within the change, right? Like how to be like disciplined enough to be like on the fly, be like, okay, I can't do this here, but can I muster enough willpower to do this here? Yeah. And they also say like willpower, you get like a finite amount of willpower throughout the day. So to do all the hard, that's why I say always like do all the hard things early.
Absolutely.
So like even resisting like cake or sweets is going to get harder later during the day than it is early in the day.
That makes sense.
Because by that day you have depleted all your willpower. Right. You know what I mean? So that stuff is out there. So if you're trying to do some shit, that's why people's like, get up and go to the gym while you have all that to muster.
Yeah, that's why I used to listen to a cat named E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher or Eric Thomas, and you from your area, Detroit, anyways. And I used to listen to him a lot. And it was like, getting up that early.
Was it Thank God It's Monday?
Yeah, Thank God It's Monday. Yeah. So I would what I would do is I would wake up early. I kind of still implement that now. I try to wake up around like 6:30, 6:45, and I'll go for like a jog or at least a walk around the neighborhood for at least a half an hour or so, sometimes longer. Yeah. Especially now that I got this Apple Watch or whatever to track
motivation kick your ass.
Yeah, I mean because it's like right now. I mean, I gotta because you can also compete on here, so it's like you can compete against people and stuff like that. So it makes you push. But like you said, that makes sense. What you said, you get a find out a willpower because early on when I kind of exhaust that, I go run, work out. I filmed 2 videos. 1 p.m. hits. I'm like, you know what? I'm done, bro.
I did it all today.
I did my actual job today.
I did today. Yeah. I finished today.
My job was to shoot my videos.
Not get to go bullshit.
But it's like sometimes you got to keep pushing beyond that. And like last night, I didn't want to post a video, but I had to find something to post because I learned that from Tony too. Tony was on our ass about social media and who better than somebody that we literally watched go from no social media post to who he is now.
Right. Yeah. Tony's famous.
Yeah, it's like it's weird for us because we've known, like we asked to watch somebody become famous and not in the non-traditional way. Yeah, this is not like somebody got a TV show and they blew up. This is somebody that really has.
I mean, he gets recognized everywhere.
Yeah, there's no city that we went to and he doesn't get stopped.
And for years. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, this year. It's been, you've seen it growing. You're like, oh, this is a thing now where everywhere you go, hey, Tony, hey, man, you take this picture? Yeah. Yeah, I don't miss that. All right. Wait, what? I think
these are your questions, man.
I think I wrote a joke here. You don't want to be too antisocial. There's no wall. Oh man, I got him back.
So you just put a joke in between your.
I don't know
it just
what
popped
happened.
in his head.
I understand it because sometimes when I'm just like, if I got a joke real quick, I need to put it in my notes, like at least a punchline. I just click on my last note and I put it in there, and it'll be like questions from animation in there. And
I'm like, yeah, you're not supposed to be in here, and it's not
grocery
even
list and joke.
Yeah, and joke. I'm like,
it's not even a real sentence. You don't want to be too antisocial. There's no why. Oh man, I got him back home to the baby bee. I don't know, guys.
Dog.
I don't know what was happening.
Now, in a year from now, Chaz is gonna be on stage and he's gonna be telling a joke, and we're gonna be like, I remember the inception of that joke.
Some of it makes sense because what happens now is that since I've had a kid, I love not doing shit. I love not going places. I love to be like, I got the kid, man. I can't go.
Greatest excuse ever.
We were actually just talking about as Rob just got married, and he was like, now he can use that. It's the greatest
excuse.
It's
the best excuse. The wife, man. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't work for my wife because my wife likes to be out.
Yes. Yo ain't having that.
Yeah.
Yo is going to be there. So sorry.
Yo will go places, and I'm at home with the kid.
We be throwing functions. And yo, show me where Chaz at. I don't know. At the house. I'm like, all right, yo.
She likes to be out. She's almost a hood rat, but she has a college degree, so I guess she beat it. I don't know. But for me, I go, yeah, man, I'd rather be at home with the kid, chilling, watching anime, doing some shit I feel like doing, right? So this joke makes sense, but what happens is that people stop inviting you to shit.
Yeah.
That's
You know
what
what I mean?
I hate that though, because I still like to be invited, but like I still want to have the option to not have
Turn
to
it
do
down.
that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because there's some things I'm always like, oh
yeah.
yeah, that's dope. But then
Or something will happen, like you should have invited me because I would have gone to that,
Right,
but
right.
you didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Because something must have happened when somebody invited me. I'm like, why Jamie? It's like, oh, you
Know
always
what
home
I
with the kid.
like. That's what I want you to know. What I like.
That's
Somebody, you want to go to the movies? I'm like, depends. Like now I had to like get my mom or find someone to watch the kid. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But anyways, that's nothing to do with anything, guys. All right, what started the comedy journey? What was the moment you go like, okay, I want to do this? What sparked it? Even from your first thoughts of doing stand up or comedy into you actually getting on stage. What was the beginning of the
What stalled it was
started?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what stalled it first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a quick little story about. I might have told this before too, but I had this English teacher. And she was black too, and I remember like I was a class clown, like majority of us are, and so I felt like I was going the comedy route anyways. I was kind of leaning towards that. And I remember she pulled me and one of my close friends Ricky to the side outside the class one day, and she was just like, "Yo, yeah, I don't always have to be these clowns, these buffoons. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not about black people are not about like jokes. We're not all jokers. You don't have to be Eddie Murphy all the time. You don't have to be the comedians at the time or whatever." And she's like, be something better for black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I want to be a businessman. And I remember my boy being like, you mean an entrepreneur, you jackass? I'm like, what he said.
Yeah.
And and that literally stalled me because I remember my boy Blako started comedy first. So I would just go watch him.
Shout out to Baleko B-side.
Yeah. So I would go watch him and I was just like, man, I used to think what that teacher said. I was like, man, I ain't gonna do this though because I don't want to be what she said. Then I was just like, I was good at two things: hoop and making people laugh. And hoop, I'm 5'9", so I would have to be incredible,
right,
to break the hoop barrier. So I was like, all right, funny. I've always been that dude. So I got on stage one day and
where were you at?
Ha Cafe.
Okay.
First time Ha Cafe. Paid that $5.
Pay that $5 Jack.
Yeah, Jack Senior over there, and I went with my boy Blako. Ronnie Ray happened to be there because he was, Blako was kind of a mentor to Blako, and became my mentor also. And then I did it the first day, and then like the second or third day, Ronnie Ray called me and said, "Hey, brother, somebody doing your jokes on stage and you ain't here. Your shit got stolen." And I was like, "What?" So I experienced my first joke, Steve, within like the first week of comedy.
Oh, well, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
It's a good sign for two things.
And it was a personal joke. She was about like me and my dad.
Oh, that's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
She'll go like, "Yeah, I can do that." That's great. So then, when you started 12 years ago, what was the thing that you said? Oh, this is cool I got to make this happen. Like, when did it become like life or death?
When I was in college, I was like, I hated it here. I was like Jaden Smith. I was like, I hate it here. I want to go. So I was in college and I was just like, yo, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And I would leave school early. I would skip class sometimes to go do comedy. I was like, this is the first thing since basketball that I was like, I love. Like I wasn't getting paid.
Right.
We're not getting when you first doing comedy
for years.
Majority of time you're not going to get paid.
You might get some money here and there, but to make a living is the hard part.
In LA specifically, LA don't like to pay you for nothing. Maybe outside of LA you could do shows at whatever, they pay you a little bit of money, but here no. So the fact that I was not getting paid any money, and I would like call out of my job that paid me money to do that, I was like, okay. And then I couldn't stop thinking about jokes. Like I couldn't stop thinking about being on stage.
Yeah, right.
I would wake up in the middle of the night and I have to go to my little notepad and be like, all right, XYZ, put a joke in there and I'll go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I knew I was like, this is what I want to do. Like I love this.
Right.
I never had that feeling for anything in the world because I quit everything because I never finished anything.
But now you finish things.
Well, yeah, and that was like,
are you a finisher now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, now I am. But now it's like I don't like not finishing something.
Yeah.
And it's become the opposite. It's like when I don't finish something, I feel I don't feel right. I would go if I got to finish it get it done at midnight, whatever the case may be. I will get that shit done nowadays. So. Yeah, it feels that when you do something, even if it's like paying a bill or like making an appointment for your dentist, you like, I feel accomplished. Like that's how I be feeling when I do
Crossing
it.
something off a to-do list is the best feeling.
Oh,
yeah.
Sometimes I just add things to a to-do list to then cross it off immediately.
Sometimes, you need some little wins, bro.
Little
You be
wins?
Like, let me get these little wins in here.
some of those little wins could be better than the orgasm. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You be like, oh yeah, that's right. That's the good stuff. Cam, is your camera off? Did it go off?
No, it's on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the screen will turn off.
Oh, okay. Make sure Cam don't cheat us. Cam's like, you guys only get 30 minutes
I mean,
of Cam.
I do have the button. I can bring myself in and out.
Yeah. He cut himself off. I watched our thing. Yeah, he cut himself off when we were talking about stuff that
He was just done. He was like, I'm
I
out
mean,
of
if
here.
I've got nothing to add,
He's
I'm
like,
not
I
gonna
can't
just
chime
stay
in,
here.
bro. I'm like,
all right, you ready?
Yeah.
Here's the biggest question. You're on your deathbed.
Mm.
All right. You already talked to your whole family.
Mm.
Okay. You've accomplished everything on your list. Every single thing you ever wanted to do, you did it.
Got it.
Did it all. Everything. You changed whole communities. You brought Harlem back. I don't know.
Harlem.
Yeah, did it. Okay.
Mm.
What are the 3 pieces of advice? There's a reporter. He comes to you and he's like, "Oh, Mr. Baker, before you pass on to the great beyond, what are 3 pieces of advice you want to leave the world?"
Love yourself, one, because that is the most important love that you need. I understand that we might want a family love, but until I started loving myself, that's when I started to make these different strides.
Mm-hmm.
So love yourself and understand that is the most important love.
What was the process of you loving yourself? What do you mean? Like you said, until you started, but what was the thing that you said, "Oh, I'm doing these things to," like when you recognized you weren't loving yourself, and then what'd you do to start loving yourself?
I started to recognize, I guess it was probably the college years where I was just like, the way I would either treat myself, the way I would think, I would have like these just negative thoughts all the time.
About yourself?
About myself, about what I'm trying to do, fear about things, the way I would guess even go out about life, like sometimes reckless. And then I was just like, bro, like,
Mr. Safety Baker was reckless?
I mean, I've had reckless moments for sure. Whether it's like, even just going to see women in the neighborhood that I shouldn't be going into.
Oh, well, we all done that. That's not reckless.
That is reckless, dog. I went
That's just a part of
I went to
growing
a
up.
neighborhood where I was like, they're going to shoot me multiple times.
But this vaccine
girl
must
worth
be
it?
hits.
No, she actually wasn't. She
Nah,
was like
that's
40 something years old, and she wasn't.
You 40-year-olds are worth it.
No,
Not
I'm not.
Keenan's girl.
No, I love my Aunt Bays, so it wasn't about age, but I was also like 20.
Right.
So I know I was going there for her, but she wasn't the person that visually looked a certain way.
Mm.
I was literally doing it because like, yeah, I'm smashing a 40-year-old.
She was like, "Yeah, I got this young man coming over."
Yeah, and I was like, I got this older woman. Yeah, it was literally because she was in her 40s while I was doing this.
No doubt.
So love yourself, believe in yourself. For the longest, I felt like for me that I needed people to believe in me.
This is number 2?
This is number 2.
Okay.
Sorry. That I needed people to believe in me to achieve goals, especially like my dad and my brother.
Wait, I'm sorry. Let me go back to number 1 real quick.
Okay.
What things did you start doing to make yourself love yourself? What changed? Did you do things? Things you implemented?
Well, I think I told this story before too, but I watched a video. It was a video on World Star Hip Hop at the time. I think it was on World Star, and it was so stupid. It was a video, and it was Vegeta, and Vegeta. Somebody was like
Dragon Ball Z. For
Dragon
those
Ball
that
Z,
don't know.
yeah. It was like some inspirational audio over it, but it was like Vegeta like pretty much like crumbling because he just couldn't like. He could never surpass Goku. So it's him like crying and being like, "Why can't I? Why?" And I was in my room and it wasn't my ravioli moment. I guess it was kind of my ravioli moment. But I remember I was like, I threw my blankets. I was throwing shit in my room. I cried. I was just like, why do I feel this way?
Yeah.
And then that moment right there, I don't know what it was. It kind of started to, I guess, pivot the way I would start to think. And then also too, I guess people in my family, like having my dad, some stuff happened to my dad. I was like, damn, man, like, I gotta just understand that I have to love who I am, because that's at some point in time, my friends and family are not gonna be here.
Right.
So I gotta be able to handle that. And so that's what kind of started it. And then I just started to, I was reading some self-help books after that. And then I would go out I would take myself out. I would go out to the movies by myself. I would spend time for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what
Movies by yourself is underrated. People talking about, "Oh, you're a loser." I'm like, it's great.
Movies
no,
and
it's a
dinner,
lot of
like
fun.
actual dinner, sitting down at a place to eat dinner by yourself. I know it might feel awkward and weird, but when I was doing it, and I was like, you know what? I gotta worry about you adding to this bill.
And I like me. Like I'm one of my favorite people. I love hanging out with me.
I like and love me.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's a great question. All right, go on to number 2.
Number 2, belief. So believing in yourself, because for the longest, a lot of things was really on my dad and like my brother and my like kind of my mom too. But like my dad and my brother were like the really ones like that were really in my life and that helped me the most in that sense. Whether it's like helping me with money, opportunities, and stuff like that. And there was times where I would have conversations with them and like school, you know what I'm saying? This, yeah, comedy, man, but school, and it's just like at the end of the day, it goes back to I think it might have been ET Hip Hop Preacher. It's like it's not their job to believe in you.
Right.
And I was just like, damn. He was like, you getting mad at somebody like that even if they're your family, your kid, and they don't believe in you, you mad at them. This is not their life. It's your life.
That's dope.
And once when he said that, I was just like, God damn. That was like that shit hit.
That hit. Yeah, that's dope.
And that's when I started going for it. And even when I would have like sometimes me and my brother would have like debates about certain things or about like my career because it wasn't hitting yet.
Right.
It was like I was just like, bro, I don't necessarily like you can have your thoughts because you're my brother, but
Right.
I don't care what you think. You don't
Right.
understand how this journey works.
Right.
You took your journey, right? What if somebody you had people knocking you? Did you quit?
Right.
You had professors saying because you're a black dude, you ain't gonna be to get it done, right? What did you do? You got it the fuck done. So that's number 2.
Love that. Keenan dropping gems out here. Come on.
And number 3, just respect. Like respect people. You know, like at the end of the day, nobody owes you anything, but like anybody can sock your ass out. And I live by that. Like you can get knocked out any day of the week. So respect people. Don't. That's like I always when I see people speak to people a certain way, I say, "Oh, you ain't been socked before. You ain't been knocked out.
Right.
I ain't been knocked out for real.
Yeah.
But I've been socked out.
Yeah.
I've been beat up before.
Yeah.
So I understand like if you ever see me talking to a certain way, it's most likely because that person got me to a level, and they shouldn't be able to do that for me. They shouldn't be able to check my emotions. But
Hey, it happens.
But it happens as for people. But in most cases, I understand I'm not going to just disrespect people. So understand, respect people because you can get your ass knocked out. That's the third and final one.
People are always surprised. They hit me.
Yeah, it's like this goes for anybody. You have to
talking
understand. I'm not advocating violence towards anybody, but man or woman, you have to understand. There's women out there that will sock your ass in a heartbeat too. Like you sitting there, hey man, you bow.
Right.
You know, I've been slapped before.
Yeah.
And I've been slapped very hard in my teenage years, and I was just like, all right, I overstepped my boundaries. I get this.
What'd you say? What happened? We want to
And
know. We want to know, right, guys?
And I don't remember exactly what I said. I might have been roasting this girl or something like that. I might have been roasting her. And then I forgot what I went to 2 different high schools, and I was, I think I was clowning because she couldn't put her hair in a full ponytail, couldn't put her hair in a full ponytail or something like that, and so I was just like I kept doing that. I kept just going, and I was making like the face.
Was it a group of people too?
Yeah, it was like
They was like holding court and whatnot.
It was like, because she kind of came up to me and she was kind of like, I didn't have the best gear back in the day, so she was taking shots at me, and so it was shots back and forth.
Oh, fair game.
So it was technically fair game.
Oh, she couldn't take the heat.
I understand sometimes when you get personal and they might even feel that way too. That's where shit can hit the fan.
Yeah, women's hair, especially black women's hair.
Yeah,
it's a gray area.
Yeah,
because some people can take some jokes, but
yeah. So I mean. The roasting was a fair session, but I was
she
going.
probably goes home and hears that shit.
Yeah, and I wouldn't stop. I kept just going. I kept with the act out. It was just like a bow. I was like, my fucking head was ringing. So
that's great. I love that story.
But yeah, just like
I don't know how, but you got to bring that act out back. That's just funny to do. Even if you just tell that story on stage and act out trying to pull back a struggle ponytail, that's just fun to do.
Yeah, but respect. I think respect people because you can get your ass knocked out at any given second.
I love that the reason is not like everybody deserves respect as humanity. You're just like because anybody get their ass knocked out.
They can. Anybody can get it at any moment. I know that's what I say, but that's the truth. It's like anybody can get it, and it's just like I've seen my mom is one of those people. She's on sock out duty. My mom is one of the, my mom wants to sock a bitch, and she's like almost 60. She's like, yo, I'm willing to sock a bitch out today. I'm like, you're 60 years old.
How's your mom doing?
She's doing okay. She's doing pretty good. She's enjoying her life the best way she can.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me a little bit about therapy before we wrap up. I know you said you've been doing therapy a couple years now.
Yeah. I guess I'm technically done because I got therapy.
Yeah, fixed?
No. But like I got therapy through the city, so they give you pretty much a time frame.
Okay.
You don't get to keep doing it for like the rest of your life.
It's free?
It's free.
Oh.
So it was free.
Is there a program or some shit? How you sign up for it?
Yes. I forgot the website, but I think it's like I don't know if you want to talk for a second, so I can try
Nope.
to
We're
find
just gonna sit here in awkward silence. Cam, don't say anything.
But I forgot the website. But I did put it. If you go to the homie Donald George's Instagram, I think his name is Donald George.
The comedian.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He had put a post about like therapy, and I put the website in his post.
So we got to go all the way to Donald George's because that's the only Donald George in the world. On Instagram. Can't be another Donald George. Just give us the website, Keenan. You should have came prepared.
You should have prepared with the fucking questions, man.
Yeah.
That's no fun,
You didn't
bro.
know about this? You don't always have this in your back pocket?
Come on, man. You don't just go tell people like, hey, I got this website right here and ready to go. Keenan's got it. Come on, Keenan. Come on, man. Don't leave the people waiting. I figured you would just have it ready because you've told so many people.
I have.
Nah, he keeps it to himself because he's cured and he doesn't
No one else could.
Nah.
Now you get to judge other mentally ill people.
I feel like I
know what you have. You have a cognitive dissonance. I don't know. That's a real thing. I don't think that's the right thing.
I don't know if that's
cognitive dissonance.
Dissonance.
Cognitive dissonance.
What? Keenan.
Whatever. Come on, Keenan. All right. But anyways, tell me about it. You can look it up later. We'll figure it out.
We'll put it in there.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's the website is I found it.
Nice.
The website is DMH. This is for LA County specifically. Sorry. DM as in man h.lacounty.gov. You can go on there and you can, especially if you have like healthcare through the county, you can go on there and you could kind of like ask for a therapist and they'll set you up. Most likely your healthcare will cover it, or your payments will be extremely low.
Okay.
That's dope.
So I went on there. I specifically asked for a black therapist because I felt like I needed somebody black to actually understand.
Oh, I think that's super important.
Yeah, to understand exactly
Therapy.
just other things. And I found this guy, and man, changed my freaking
You want
life.
to shout him out?
Ricky Williams, dude.
The football player? The weed smoking Hall of Famer?
Yeah, from the Miami Dolphins,
From the
and the
Miami
Saints.
Dolphins?
Yeah.
Who quit because he couldn't smoke weed?
And became a therapist.
Yeah, became a
Did
therapist.
he
No,
really? I didn't know that.
it's-
That'd been great if he did. I would have believed it.
That would have been great. But it's an older black gentleman. And yeah, this dude, he just gave me a lot of advice. He gave me a lot of books to read.
Right.
And he just, he understood, because I went in there, I was like, I don't want no pills. I don't want to be on none of that stuff. He's like, brother, I ain't going to put you on no, this is not what this is about. And he just helped me, because therapy a lot of times is like, it's for you to kind of talk to find out where your problems are.
Right.
And they might help be like, hey, they might help you dig deeper, but it's still your job to find out what the shit is, which is why I loved, at least the way he did it, is which is why I love that. Some people I think want you to be like, yo, help me.
Right.
It was for me to really speak and to find these ways, and for him to help me dig and be like, oh, it came from this. It came from when I was like 9.
Once you find something that triggers something, is there a way to build it to fix it? Are there like things that he gives you or exercises to like realize or how to get over something or fix something?
For me personally, I can only speak for myself. What helped me is once I found what triggered me, I was just like, oh, I don't want you to have the control over me now. So I was just able to be like, oh, this is what triggered me. So it came from this. So I was like, all right, that didn't kill me. And what I would do is, my technique was, I would just, if I'm feeling away, I would just breathe. Like, if you actually, like, Chaz knows my lady. So if we're getting into it, I'd be like, I took like 3 deep breaths. She's like, why are you breathing? I'm like,
hey, you can't keep antagonizing.
I was
Keenan
born
starts heavy sighing. around.
yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying my girl's a great woman.
No,
but like,
she's
I
great.
grew up somebody in the heat of sometimes, it was just like, what are you breathing for? You gotta, like, she thinks I'm having an attitude. I'm like, I'm not having attitude. I'm breathing for whatever. She was like, oh, okay. And she understands. She was like, let me have my moment.
And let me have my Hey,
Yeah.
Why are you breathing, Keenan?
people, look, that's the thing, dog. Somebody will give you a sign they're exasperated, right? And I'm one. I will start like a weird laughter. I'm like, I'll do one of those.
Yeah.
Like, and I think like we
Well, it's
know.
to break the tension. You're trying to.
No,
Oh, you're just trying to laugh.
I'm trying to not go to another
Place.
place. So, and it's funny because I think it's a culture thing. Because like Keenan knows that laugh. If you talk to somebody, go, that means like I'm about to beat your ass.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to give you a second.
Yeah.
That's usually what that
That's
is.
fair.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I know for me, if I laugh at something, it's not because anything's funny. It's
Yeah.
because hey man, it's a reset.
Yeah.
You know what I
You're
mean?
breaking the tension that you're building up inside of you.
Definitely
Like,
that.
yeah,
Definitely
you're
breaking
releasing
my
that, yeah.
tension
Right.
because I'm about to beat your ass.
Mhm.
And I'm like, ha ha.
So-
You know what?
Respect. Get your ass. Goes back to the number 3 advice.
It's true.
Because I'll beat your ass.
Yeah.
I would have. I don't do that anymore.
But yeah, I guess
that's great.
Yeah, but in therapy, yeah, I feel like therapy definitely helped me out. It definitely made me a lot more patient. And it's funny. Like even my friends and my family, they'll be like, "Yo, I can tell that it actually helps you out a lot
That's great.
with just the way you handle things." Because like I grew up in a family where I grew up with 2 New Yorkers,
Mhm.
and you had to survive in that house, you had to bark. You had to
Mhm.
be like, "Ah!" You had to yell, scream. You had to cuss somebody out. You had to
Mhm.
be. You had to attack. If you didn't attack, you were getting destroyed in my household.
Right.
So I had to learn and be like, all right, especially when I was dealing with, the lady that I'm dealing with, she doesn't come from that background.
Right.
So I can't, when we're having even a regular discussion, I call it being passionate.
Mhm.
Me being passionate about something, she just like, she doesn't like,
Also, the way like
Deal
we
with
yell
that.
about sports, like we'll go over the top because it's fun or funny,
true.
right?
Absolutely.
Like we get into sports talk, whatever it is. Oh man, whatever you want to say, there's nothing off, or nothing's off limits until you talk about something super personal.
yeah.
But if we're having a debate or like some movie, and I'm like, man, that's a bull. Your punk ass would like some shit like that, blah blah
Yeah.
blah, right? You do all that kind of stuff, but
Mm.
it's the same. If you don't come from a shit talking culture,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't really shit talk with somebody. They be like, why are you talking to me? Like, nah,
You're
we're
like, oh no, it's not serious.
no, we're doing a thing.
Yeah, there's certain words, like when I used to work, when I was working at Home Depot, I had a homie there that was really, really cool. He's probably the coolest person I was with there, right? And his thing was, he like using the word bitch and other words.
Mhm.
And I'd be like, and we were talking, we joking, he'd be like, shut up, you little bitch. I'm like, all right, man. Yeah, that's not what we do around here. I don't. And this is a dude that was like 6'4", like 320.
Yeah.
And so he's a way bigger guy than me. I'm like, hey, I'm not doing that. That's not,
That's the line, bro.
that's the line right there. And he respected it. It wasn't like on some like, what you gonna do? But he's like, oh, my bad. I didn't know your boundary.
Mhm, right.
So every once in a while, it was still sub up because that's just the way he speaks.
Mhm.
But at least he tried his best to respect my boundary.
Mhm.
And he had boundaries that I had to respect.
right.
So,
Nah, that's
Yeah.
how you do it. That's how you know you got a real friend you can shit talk with.
exactly.
And then you slip up, and then Keenan goes. All right. So, I was gonna ask you, are there any books you can recommend that the guy recommended for you that you like? When you need to go dig through your little phone again, you didn't go dig through.
I think it was the one book. It's like the psychology of African people. Ah, damn, I forgot what it was.
Mhm.
But it was that I might have to go through my notes.
That's all good. One of the books I was talking about earlier it's called Willpower by Ray Baumeister and John Tierney. So if people want to, it could be boring if you don't want to just kind of learn about the brain. So, but if you want to dig into that, High Performance Habits by Brendan Bouchard, who I'm a big fan of the stuff that he's written in the time. I think one of the books Keenan might know. This is dude Eric Thomas, hip hop preacher. The Secret to Success is at E.T. the hip hop preacher. It's one of his books that you can read if you guys would like. I'm putting that stuff out there. I should start like a little link to like Amazon and shit like that. No, right?
Yeah, you can do those and get those monetized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably way too lazy to do it. The Productivity Project by Chris Bailey was another one to help myself be more productive. And I think there was one more. It was like super brainy about brain function that I'm trying to find. Did you find your book yet, Keenan?
I did not.
Okay, so I'm gonna ramble on a little bit more until I find it. Oh, a good book that I'm scrolling over. It has nothing to do with anything. It was Born to Crime by Trevor Noah. If you do the audio, it was great. If anybody's ever. The Now Habit by Neil Fiore, PhD. What? I hate the fact that people put PhD under their shit, bro. Like
Yeah.
at the end of it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that. I hate it.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, they work hard for it though.
No, nobody else fucking does. So what? I've worked hard.
Once
I
you-
don't go Chasman Rogers, writer, producer, every time you fucking say something.
But when you get a PhD, because even my brother, like my brother has a PhD in electrical engineering. He's like, you're gonna call me Dr. Baker.
I'm not calling you shit.
That's my title is Dr. Baker.
I don't give a
And I gotta
fuck.
respect it. They put
Yeah.
like 15 years of school in. They put a lot of hours.
Hey,
of
Keenan, how
studying.
many years you put in comedy?
I put in a lot.
Do you
And-
go? People call me comedian Keenan Baker.
But I don't want to be called.
Some
comedian
people
Keenan.
go by comedian though.
Some people, yeah.
Online.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I still want my name to be my name is Keenan Baker. I want you to know me as that.
If you were a doctor, would you want to be regarded as doctor?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I want it. Unless it was
Um,
Dr. Dre or something hilarious.
So some books I can at least recommend. The Ways of the Superior Man.
The Ways of the Superior Man.
Yeah.
Great.
Power of
Great
Now.
title. Power of Now. Great book.
What was it? The subtle art of
Not Giving a Fuck.
not giving a fuck.
Solid books.
It's a book by. Damn, it's a few also just like black books that I don't know why I forgot.
You don't have
One
like a
about,
library, audio library, Audible, Kindle library thing that you.
I don't know if I can go back to the titles that I've ever. I guess I can. Oh yeah, so yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, rattle them off.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Both of Charlemagne's books were good.
Yeah, so I've read the one. Was it his biography? Which one is it?
One is the. I just read Rick Ross's book too, or audio booked it.
Because Charlemagne, I read one when he's like with a cigar or something like that on the desk or something like again a chair.
Shook Ones and Black Privilege.
Black Privilege I read, which is actually really good.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I can go to my library.
Let's do it.
A book called Win.
Okay. It's just called Win.
Yeah, by Daniel Ways Pink. I think he also might have a book. Might be him, but there's another book called Right Brain, Left Brain.
Okay.
Today Matters. Also, I forgot this book that
Today Matters.
I forgot the book that Brennan bought me. Brennan bought me a book to read about leadership because that's where he felt like I had leadership skills, but there was things I needed to work on. I think it was like the 21 Laws of like leadership or something like that. He bought me that book. I read that shit back to front to back. It was really good.
Did it help?
Yes, it definitely did. Because he was like, I feel like you're trying to look at everything so far in a distance, but you're not looking at what's in front of you.
Okay.
The power.
Brennan's a smart dude. He's a dick. He's a smart guy.
A book called Just Listen.
Okay.
That helped me out by Mark Goldstein.
Okay.
I read 50 Cent's book, Hustle Harder.
I don't think it was good.
It's good.
Okay.
50 Cent's book good. The Destruction of the Black Civilization. That's what Chancellor Williams. That's a extremely important book if you're black or anything.
The Destruction of
the Black Civilization.
Yeah.
That is an extremely important book.
Okay.
You can I have an app where you can audio book it.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Overdrive app or whatever.
Okay.
Medical Apartheid, very good. Unfuck Yourself.
Yeah, read that one.
The Big Leap.
I read The Big Leap. Who wrote The Big Leap?
The Big Leap was written by Gay Hendricks. It's a
I'm just joking.
that's so immature, dog.
I am just joking, people.
That's so immature. Rick Ross's book was good too. The Boss Up book, the Hustler's Guide.
That was called Lemon Pepper and Maybachs and shit.
But the book is pretty much about like his entrepreneurship and like getting in a game and where like kind of where he started, but like becoming this entrepreneur, not just and putting people on. It's not just about like making this money. It's like, yo, I'm where I'm at because I had to get these businesses. Rap paid me, but you understand that I had to. I created or I invested in all these businesses. So he's giving you kind of like at least confidence in investing, not necessarily investment advice, but confidence in investing. So those are some books that 48 Laws of Power to.
Yeah. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to tell the people?
Respect people or you're going to get socked out in these streets. Love yourself and believe in yourself.
It's going to have a shirt.
That probably should be a shirt.
Respect people before you get socked out.
You're punched in your jaw. It's a real thing. But yeah, man, just like don't give up, man. Like I said, the Home Depot thing, I literally worked there and I quit that job. And because my manager was being an asshole, he didn't want to give me some time off, and I've been over there for about 10 years, and he didn't want to give me some
that's a long time.
Yeah, some mental time off because I was going through some shit. And he's like, yo, what do you even do here? And he was a new manager. So I was like, you know what? Fuck you, fuck this place. Put my 2 weeks in, I quit. Didn't come in for my last few days. And
so you didn't really need a 2 week notice.
Yeah, I didn't. I did it because I needed to do it another job.
Yeah,
I wanted to have it in there. But then I ended up auditioning for a Home Depot commercial while I worked at Home Depot because they want real people from Home Depot that are Home Depot workers. So you audition at another store, and I end up after I had no gigs lined up. They gave me all my money that I had for my vacation, and that's all I had. I had one college gig, and I was sitting in my hotel, and I was like, man, what am I gonna do? I just got this girlfriend. I'm living with Keon at the time. Yeah, I know Keon. I was living with Keon and his family. They let me have a room or whatever. I was like, how am I going to pay this rent for the future? And I got a call, and I thought it was my boy that I was cool with, that I was joking with. I thought he was calling me saying I put the Home Depot commercial. And I was like, man, all right. He's like, let me get your social. I was like, yeah, my social is 738. Gave him this fake-ass social. Then he called me back 2 days later and said, yeah, we need your sizes for wardrobe. And I was like, oh, shit.
That social was wrong.
I said, what about that social? She was like, yo, we don't care about that right now. We need your sizes. We get your social and your paperwork.
Keenan
So,
never got paid,
Wait, so
but
you
he
quit
aired.
Home Depot and then was on a Home Depot commercial?
Yeah.
That's
Is that
that's
not
amazing.
That's fate,
That's-
bro.
that is, the story's too long to finish up, but it's
No,
longer
it's
than
not. We got time.
that. But yeah, I mean that's
We got what? How many minutes? We got about 7 minutes.
okay. But yeah, I still keep it short. So I was in that hotel. I ended up getting that commercial, and it ended up being a holiday commercial. And I remember this girl that I was cool with at the job. She was telling me, she's like, yeah, that commercial paid me like 15 grand, and I was just like, whoa. So it was like a national commercial, like national union commercial. So if you know about that, that means you get residual income. Because
Yeah.
if you're not doing a union commercial, they're just paying you like $1,000, and you might get played for a year straight, but you only got $1,000 from that commercial.
Yeah.
So I end up
Why you sign like Lil Boosie? $1,000.
$1,000. Come on, man. So it paid for it pretty much it paid me enough to last that year. My bills, luckily I live inside my means. My bills weren't that high. And I was like, damn, I still ain't got enough money. They re-upped the commercial the next year again on Christmas.
Hell yeah.
And I was just like, yo, that commercial paid me more money than it probably should have. It paid me a lot of money to where I was able to survive without a 9 to 5 for 2 years off that. And then comedy started to pick up, and I was having.
And you got more commercials since then.
And I booked more commercials. I just shot a commercial recently, like last week.
Oh.
And then I haven't had to have a 9 to 5, so it's like I don't knock anybody that does 9 to 5. Some people love their day job,
And that's fine.
and I know people that love it, and I respect that because it's like we need people to do different things. There's shit I'm
Right.
not good at. I'm good at being funny.
Yeah.
The people that work at Home Depot, they love that shit. They
Right.
good at building. They good at construction. These people that work with their hands, I respect you probably more than anything.
They don't
Right.
know where anything is in the store, but yeah.
Oh, and that was me. I pointed people to the wrong thing when they moved me to plumbing, and I didn't know plumbing. Yeah, we need the thing for. I'm just like, yeah, it's just right over there. Let me tell you something.
then you just
People's
disappeared.
house has flooded because of me, and I'm sorry.
Ah,
But blame that on Home Depot for not giving good training.
yeah, that's fair.
So yeah,
Nice. Thank you, bro.
appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Love
What
this.
a good episode back, man. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, you going anywhere? Where you at? This airs Wednesday or Thursday. Depends what I feel like doing.
Yeah, I'm in Austin, Texas with Tony. That's gonna be my last show with Tony for this year, anyways.
Yeah. When's that?
Be the 28th. They moved the dates. I think it's the 28th and the 29th. I
Of
believe it is this month.
October.
So, yeah, October 28th and 29th will be in Austin, Texas.
This weekend.
Get those Thursday tickets for them, man, because they kept moving his dates around. And thank everybody that came to all the shows that I was with Tony in all the cities. Man, we was having a good ass time. We was rocking. I got a lot of new fans, and hopefully I get brought back so I can start. Like I said, my goal to be headlining next year myself. 'Cause I want to be able to. I love what Tony's doing because Tony is looking out for us, and the
Right.
goal is it's like when you have a good person in your camp or good people in your camp. Not that it necessarily rubbed off. That was kind of in my makeup anyways. But it was like, that's what I want to do next for the next people. It was like, yo, the cats that I'm cool with, it's like, I know Chad is jumping back in the stand-up at some point, I believe. So it's like, it's being able to be like,
2022, baby.
it's
The
being able
comeback
to
begins.
it's being able to be in a position now and be like, all right, Chad, let's roll. You know what I'm saying? B-Lou, let's roll out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keon and DC are respective headliners already. So it's like, you know, they do it too. So, yeah, that's what I, want to get into.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you having, man. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I want to tell you we'll be back next week, but it depends on the schedule, guys. Let's be honest. I can't even really guarantee that I have something every week now because my schedule changes. It's stupid fluctuating, but it's good things. When I'm not here, I'm making money, so it's a great thing. Cam, man, thank you for being available. Thank you for the Cam.
Have you had Cam on as a
Pretty
guest himself and like interviewed his?
Not yet.
No, I haven't had Cam on here yet.
Brennan,
I've had
Tony V?
Cam. No, I haven't had them yet. I had thought about having Tony and Brennan together to
That'd be
do
cool.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought about doing that. And there's a ton of people that I want to get.
Right.
Also, I haven't really even I had a list before, and I must have deleted it of everybody I wanted because I had 60 something people that I could contact from big to small. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Ben. Ben.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ben. I could get Ben. And then we just did that show for Light, so I want to get Light on. Having
Yeah.
MC Light on would be dope.
Yeah,
Kel, I wanted to get some cats on there that, But also I wanted to get the people that I see daily first. I
Yeah.
wanted to get my friends first. I wanted to get the people that I know I've seen.
Yeah.
People that I've seen and witnessed the glow up. So
Do y'all understand that this man, I would pick this guy up to go do open mics, and he'd never be outside. Like, yeah, Chaz, I had to literally tell this dude I'm outside, and I didn't leave my house yet. And then when I get there, he'd be like, "Oh, sorry, I made you wait, man." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks for making me wait." So we was in this grind for a long time, helping each other out, man, giving each other opportunities.
Long time,
when I was
man.
down, he helped me out financially at times.
And
when he
vice
was
versa.
down, I was able to give this dude rides, help him out at times. So that's what friends
you
do.
gave me money before.
Yeah, that's what we do for each other. Fed each other. It's like
Yeah.
that's what you do as when you homies, man. You real friends.
Man, people have no idea, bro.
Yeah.
People like, what's your advice for getting a stand-up? I'm like, hey, man, if you can do anything else, do it. That's my first piece of advice.
Yeah.
My second advice is be ready for a long journey, and your crew, your circle has to be strong. You got to
Yeah.
have a strong circle
Yeah.
of people, man, that you love, respect, who love and respect you, who want you to win. Ain't no fucking me shit.
There's no haters in our crew.
No
Our crew
haters,
has
yeah.
given each other so many opportunities. It's
There's
crazy.
hate in our crew, but no haters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. All right. Thank y'all for watching, man. We out. I appreciate you guys. Love you. Thank you, Cam. Appreciate you, man.
course.
All right. See you guys.
Peace.